Vishnu-Paadaadi-Keshanta-Stotram, Shloka 35. Padmananda-pradata parilasad-aruna-shri-paritagrabhagaha kale-kale-cha kambu-pravara-shashadhara-purane yah-praveenaha vaktra-kashantarasthas-tirayati nitaram danta-taraugha-shobham श्रीभर्तुर्दन्तवासोद्युमणि रघतमो नाशनायास्त्वसौ नः पदच्छेदः अन्वयः च यः दन्तवासः द्युमणिः पद्मा आनन्दप्रदाता परिलसत् अरुणश्री परीत अग्रभागः च काले काले कंबु प्रवर शशधर आपूरणे प्रवीणः यः वक्त्र आकाश अंतरस्थः दंत तारा ओघ शोभां नितरां तिरयति श्रीभर्तुः असौ दन्तवासः द्युमणिः नः अघतमो नाशनाय अस्तु. In this shloka, Bhagavad-pada describes the lips of the cosmic form of the Lord, comparing it with the early morning rising shining sun. So we'll look at the meaning. Yaha dantavasaha dyumanihi. Yaha means those lips of Vishnu which are bright like the sun. What do? Padma ananda pradata. In the form of lips, they give joy to Lakshmi Devi. In the form of the brilliance of the sun, it causes the lotus to bloom. Then, Parilasat Aruna Shri Parita Agrabhagaha cha. The lips are said to be shining in the front portion, and they have obtained a reddish lustre, and they are beautiful. Parilasat shines beautifully and has a Aruna Shri reddish lustre, which is similar to the orangish red of the rising sun. And then Parita, such color has been obtained. Agrabhagaha, and they are in the front portion of the face. Kale kale, whenever necessary, the lips are Kambu pravara shashadhara apurane praveenaha. They are very good or adept at blowing air into the moon-like great conch shell. Kambu pravara means the conch shell known as Panchajanya, which Lord Vishnu holds in one of the hands. Then shashadhara means moon, and apurane means filling air or blowing air. Praveenaha, very adept at that. Further, the lips are Vaktra Akasha Antarasthaha. They are near the face space. That means like the space is the face. So the lips are on the face. If you connect the word to the sun is in the sky. Vaktra is face, Akasha is space, Antara is near, and Sthaha is Thitaha, situated. What does it do? Nitaram tirayati. Very well it conceals. Tirayati is to conceal. What? The Danta Tara Ogha Shobham. The brightness of the set of teeth, or the brightness of the row of stars. Danta means teeth, Tara are the stars, Ogha means Samuha, the row of or the set of. Shobham is the bright sun, bright shining appearance. Asau Dantavasaha Dyumanihi. This sun-like bright lips. Asau means this. Dantavasaha lips. Dyumanihi is the sun of Shri Bhartuhu, of Lord Vishnu, who is addressed as Mahalakshmi's husband here in this shloka. Naha aghatamo nashanaya astu. May such a shining bright form of lips destroy the darkness of sins in us. Naha means us, agha are the sins, and tamo means darkness, nashanaya for destroying, astu may it be so. Now we will look at the prayer as a whole. So as I mentioned earlier, in this shloka the lips of Lord Vishnu are described and compared to the rising sun, which can eradicate the darkness of the night. The sun completely eradicates the darkness of the night, and similarly the brilliance of the lips, meditation on the brilliance of the lips is said to eradicate the darkness of our sins. So like that, the metaphors are applicable to the sun and also the lips. Such lips of the cosmic form of the Lord are said to symbolize bashfulness and greed. There is a quote in Srimad Bhagavatam while describing the cosmic form of the Lord. It says, Vridottaroshthodhara eva lobhaha. Vrida means modesty or bashfulness, and the uttara oshthaha, the upper lip, is said to represent modesty or bashfulness. Then adhara eva lobhaha, the lower lip, is said to symbolize greed. Then further, the description is, as soon as the sun rises early in the morning, he gives joy to the lotuses by causing them to bloom. So the blooming of the lotus is symbolic of joy. Then the sun's chariot is said to be drawn by Garuda's elder brother Aruna. Aruna is the charioteer. Now here there is an interesting story in the Purana, and also Mahabharata mentions this, as to how Aruna became the charioteer of Surya. Let's just look at that story. Aruna is the son of Vinata and sage Kashyapa. When Lord Vishnu, in his incarnation as Mohini, was serving Amrita to the Devas first, so that the Asuras will not get Amrita. So that was a trick applied by Lord Vishnu. So at that time, a demon known by the name Swarbhanu came in disguise, and he sat in between sun and moon, in between Surya and Chandra, so that he will also be able to partake some of the Amrita. Sun and moon knew this, and they revealed it to Mohini. So at that time, Swarbhanu's head was cut off by Lord Vishnu. Now that head came to be known as Rahu. Now Rahu wanted to take revenge, so he swallowed Surya and then regurgitated him. At that time, all the Devas did nothing. They just watched. So Surya grew very angry with the Devatas for letting him undergo this indignity. So Surya thought, since no one came to my aid, what is the use of their existence? Let me destroy all the creation with my intense heat. Iti Surya thought, and then he started multiplying his radiance, and then generated so much heat which threatened to burn the world. So then the Devas, they prayed to Lord Brahma, asking him to save the world. At that time, Lord Brahma said, I shall place Aruna, the son of Kashyapa and Vinata, in front of Surya, because Aruna has a large body and a divine radiance. So he will become the charioteer of Surya and protect the world from the anger of Surya. So from that day it is known that Aruna precedes Surya in the heavens, and he is also worshipped along with the sun. That is why the early morning sun first comes in that orangish red hue. Now then, coming back to our shloka description, this reddish brilliance which is visible in the front portion of the chariot early in the morning, similar is the reddishness on the lips of the Lord. Further, the sun gives light to the moon, who has lost his brilliance completely in the new moon phase. It is as though moon has surrendered to the sun, and then he becomes the new moon, and then gradually he gains little by little of the sunlight and becomes bright during the full moon, which is at the end of the waxing phase. Then the sun shines brilliantly in the central space of the sky. His brilliance is so blinding that all the rows of stars around him are made invisible. This is commonly observed by all of us during the day when we cannot see the stars. The stars are there in the sky, but because of the sun's brilliance, all the other luminaries fade away. Then further, just like the sun destroys the darkness of the night, these lips which are visible in the center of the Lord's face are also capable of destroying the sins that one has committed. These lips are so beautiful and attractive that Lakshmi Devi feels very happy upon seeing them. And the lips have an aura of reddish bright luster around, and further these bright lips are said to fill the conch named Panchajanya with air in order to blow each and every time the asuras are defeated and the sound of victory is to be established. So these lips aid in that function also. Further, these lips are said to conceal the row of bright teeth. Such beautiful reddish pink lips are meditated upon so that they may completely destroy the darkness of our sins. This kind of vivid description of the Lord part by part is given so that the spiritual seeker tries to concentrate exclusively on the gross cosmic form of the Lord. Further, the lips are said to symbolize modesty, bashfulness, and greed, which denotes that the devotee eventually will understand that all the mental modifications and thoughts are all manifestation of the Lord. In other words, in this manifested universe, there is nothing outside of the form of the Lord. With this explanation for this shloka is concluded. Namaste.